think we are. Should be. Okay. We're live. All right. Hey guys, it's Sam. It's good to see you again. Yesterday, I wasn't able to follow my schedule, which is Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at 11 a.m. Pacific time to go live for these trainings. But today, I'm making it up for you because yesterday I had a family thing. So we are going at it today. I hope my connection's good. It looks like it's going a little in and out. Just let me know. Seems to be struggling a bit, but we should be okay. Just verify. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay. So today we are going to create a 3D space in After Effects for your logo. We're going to use lights. We're going to use shadows. We're going to use. We're potentially going to use some extrusion. We're going to throw some text on there. We're going to throw in a little bit of animation. I'm going to use a previous animation of mine. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So pop this in here. I do not have the correct title of the nav bar down there. That's because I just wasn't able to export that asset for you guys. But it's okay. Don't worry about it. We're just moving forward with this. So, okay. Just verify again. I think we're doing okay. Okay. So we are in After Effects, and I have my original intro, my ParEdits intro, where it's got the flash and the widescreen bars that come in, and it responds to the music. Okay, let me pop in my headphones real quick so you guys don't hear double sound. Okay. So let's throw this up here. Okay. So we've got my intro here. Bam, bam, bam. The music gets all wonky when it's a lower frame rate, but okay, so this is what we want. And what we want to do is we want to put this in a 3D space. I also want to have, like, when the song says that's good, I want to have text pop up, and I want that text to be shown in a 3D space so you can see the shadows, like, on the ground that it's on. So what I want to do is I want to remove the cinema bars. No cinema bars. And then I also want to remove the background video. Okay, so no background, no cinema bars, no background video. I'm gonna make this black for now. I'm gonna change it to transparent later. But this is what I want from my logo. Okay, and then that's all I want. I don't want like these titles, so we don't have to worry about that right now. But for now, all I want is just blank. That's good, and then this pops in. So while it's blank, we are going to hide all these keyframes. And we see we have, okay, this isn't being used. This isn't being used. Okay, and we're not going to use these either. Let's just pop these out of there. Don't need that. Okay, so we got our music, and we got our logo animation, and we got our flare. So now we want to create our environment. So I'm going to go to right-click and hit New. Let's go to Solid. Okay. We're going to create a plane. Let's keep it that gray. I think this will work. And so what we're going to do is, I think first we should make it 3D. So let's go ahead and click this toggle switches button on the bottom. And when you toggle that back and forth, you can see inside the timeline, you can see it gives you different options for motion blur and 3D layer. So we want to create 3D layer. Okay, so we put a 3D layer on this new solid. And this solid is going to be our back plane. So we're going to send it all the way back. And we might have to make it really large too. So first we're going to do the position. We're going to use this Z right here. And we're going to send it all the way back. Okay, send that all the way back. And then let's go to scale by hitting S on the keyboard. Scale that up. Okay, And then we're going to copy. I do Control or Command copy, paste it, do the same thing. So it's the same one. But now we are going to rotate it. So I'm going to use the rotation, and we're going to do, what is this? This is the X rotation, okay? So we're going to rotate on the X side. So we're going to flip this. You can see the, like, there we go. You can see the plane. It's getting flat, okay? Kind of went on a little slope. And then we're going to take the position, and we're going to drag this down, okay? And then we're going to take the Z, and we're going to make it closer to us, okay? So we can see that the outlines of this plane, I know they're the same color. Maybe I can change the color real quick. Oops. Should be able to do that, right? I mean, I could just go into effects, hit change color, or I'll just change the lightness. Oops. Bright. Grab that brightness effect. Let's make it a little brighter. Okay, so you can see that it exists here. We're going to bring the Z out here. Just bring it all the way out. And they should stay intersected. So now I need to verify if they're intersected, because right now it doesn't look 3D. It's just dark gray and light gray. So we're going to go, instead of one view, we're going to do, let's do 4 views. And let's just do 4 views normally. Okay, so we could see in 4 views, we got the active camera, we got the top. So this is what it looks like from the top. Okay, and you can see we have the plane back there. Okay, so they're not intersecting. So I'm actually going to take this one, and I'm going to scale it up some more. There we go. So I want the top. I want it just like that. Okay, and then we have that going. Okay, so that's what it looks like from the top. This is what it looks like from the side. So you can see the slope, and it's touching the plane. So that's from the side. This is from the front, which is already our active camera. And then we can also get, I think we can get the bottom. Yeah, but it doesn't really make a difference at this point. So this is kind of how we're viewing the perspective of how we just positioned our planes, because we're creating our environment. Okay, so next we are going to add a light. So we can actually add a little bit of dimensions. We're gonna do a spotlight. Okay, so pop this in, bam. So you can see what's going on with this light now. So let's go ahead and create that view again. Maybe let's do 2 views. 2 views horizontal. There we go. Okay, so this is our what we're actually going to be seeing in the composition, the active camera, and then on the left we have the top view. So we can see where the light is. So if we change the height of it, it determines how it spotlights on the background there. We can also pull it back by using Z and just, oh, that's dragging it forward. We can go up and pull it back. Okay, I think I like this pulling back method. And then we're going to create more 3D elements here. Let me just back out because this is my comp. No, it's kind of small, but it should be all right. I'm going to go to New, Text, and in this text, I'm going to do that's. Let's do all caps. Okay, and then I'm going to 3D this. All right. When we have this 3D, we notice, oh, let me scale it out. We have it here. Am I casting shadows? Let me just verify. Hope this makes sense. Light options. Here we go. Should be cast shadows. Okay, cast shadows on. Okay, so we should be able to cast a shadow from that. But what we're going to want to do is make sure. Oh, I'm inside of my template, aren't I? That's okay. Sorry, let me just. Dun, dun, dun. This will be. 3D space. Oops. Just renaming this for my own organization later. Okay. So we're here, we have that, and we want that to pop on screen because it's going to pop on screen when it says it in the song. So let me just get that timing. Okay, it's like immediately. Okay, and we are going to make sure, since this is a 3D element, it has material options now, and we can make it cast shadows. Okay, so I just turned on cast shadows under material options under that new 3D text, and now we can see the shadow of that on the background because of that light. Let's see if we can change how it diffuses. We might have control here. It might be under the light instead. Okay, so it's accepting shadows, accepting light. Maybe we'll go back into the light settings. We're going to get some diffusion in there. There we go. Okay, so we got some shadow diffusion. Okay, we could change the fall off distance. That should affect. Oh, because I don't have a fall off on. That makes sense. But what we're gonna do. Let me feather out this cone some more too. So yeah, I'm just kind of tweaking the lights right now just to kind of get my effect. So if I put that all the way back on that wall. So let's go to P. Let's go to the Z and pull it back. Or maybe not forward. Let's go back. Let's go back towards the wall. Here we go. So we can see it's going all the way to the wall. The computer's trying to load it. The wall's pretty far back. There we go. Okay, so we have that, and we have the shadow. We can also add good. So let's do Control Z, or Control C, Control V. Let's drag this new that's over. Okay, and then let's double click inside of that, and let's do good. Okay, click on that. Let's make this a little bigger. I think I like that a little bigger. Okay, and then what I'm thinking is like the animation will go like it'll show that and then good. Let me just show you so you guys can see like this is what we're dealing with. So this is our view. We've got our light, and then we have our text coming in. Now what we can also do, I think I want to try and extrude this. I might have to, yeah, see change renderer. So let's go here. So it says geometry options. Once you make a text 3D, puts geometry options, but it's in gray, so it tells you to change the renderer. And it doesn't really work well in classic 3D. Oh, you know, should work in Cinema 4D, but generally, ooh. Okay, now we're rendering. It's definitely slowed down my computer a little bit here. Now we can change that 3D effect. We'll just go to half. We can change that 3D effect by going into composition settings and then going to 3D renderer and choosing it here. But I want to see if I change the extrusion. Let's make the extrusion like 20. Will that show us anything here? Come on, baby, load for me. Ooh, I think it did. Yeah, definitely added an extrusion to it. Okay, so then I'm going to make the bevel around it. Maybe let's do like a 10 bevel. See how that looks. Kind of rounds out the edges if I zoom in here. It's kind of hard to see it, but. And then let's go ahead and copy that onto that. So now that has the same extrusion. Okay, it should. Yep. Okay, so they're both extruded. So now what I want to do is I want to have them animate towards the screen. Okay. I think I'll make this animation 3D too. Okay. So when working with 3D and in a 3D space, it tends to have very long load times. So when I have my animation here, Let me go. Let me make sure I can see it. 2 views horizontal. It doesn't want to show my flare. It's because these are on top. I don't think so. Maybe it's this. There it is. Okay, so the flare and my logo animation had to be in 3D in order to show up in this space. I think I can add some material options to this as well. Yeah, geometry options. At least material options. Let's do some cast shadows on this boy. So because it's not a path, I can't extrude it. But I don't plan on extruding my logo anyways because it's not really going to pop into the 3D space. But it will have its shadow in there. And then, can I do that? No, that's okay. Okay, so let's go back to our original camera. Let's get one view just so we can see everything. Okay, so this looks kind of funny. And the flare. The flare seems to be cut off on the bottom. We can fix that later. So let's go back to the that's good. Okay. Not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. I knew it's having some issues. This should be okay. Okay, so we'll just keep going, keep powering through. Show you how to bring this text into view. So let's go to auto just so we can load quicker. Okay, so we're gonna have that show up first. And you know what? We're also gonna add a camera. Let's add a camera. Okay, new camera. Let's just plop that camera in there. Okay, and what I want to do is I want to change the opacity of this. I don't want it to come on until it says good, which is roughly around a second. Put the opacity keyframes in there. Let's make this one 0 because good comes later. And then for that, also going to go to the opacity. Make this 0. Okay, I think I want to have them fade off too. So let's go to 0 and 0. Okay, and then in the camera, I want to change the position. So I'm going to start here, and then I'm going to zoom in. This is the direction I'm zooming in, I believe. Yes, it is. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so we're going to have a keyframe there, and then we're going to have a keyframe right here, and zoom all the way in. Let's render this out and see how this goes. Okay, I hope we're doing well, guys. I know the stream is a little bit laggy. Let's see. That's what happens when we work in 3D space. Just may need a good little restart. But we're going to power through. Here we are.
That's good.
There. Okay, so we're making our way through. So we got that.
That's good.
Okay, I think I also want to animate that. So let's take the position. And let's actually bring it closer. Let's go closer. Okay. And then I also want to do the same good. That is good, isn't it? Nope. Let's get closer. Okay, this might go off screen, but I will not be mad. Okay. Just render this out.
That's good.
Okay. It's a very, very slow render, but it's making its way. It's doing it. Promise. Let's see how smooth the stream is. I think we're doing okay. Alright, it's healthy. We've got some errors. Okay. So we're moving. Okay. Sorry, just catching up. I don't generally do streams on Fridays, but it's okay. We're doing it. We're making something happen. And it's good, as evident on the screen. Okay. So we've got the words zooming in towards the camera, and then we also have the camera zooming in towards the background. So we're doing this. Flying through. It's loading slow, but it's looking nice. And once this animation is good, I think the only thing is it'll be zoomed in on my logo once that pops. But we'll have to find out. Oh, there's a flare. Maybe it won't be. Oh yeah, it definitely is. The flare is huge. Okay, so let's go and play it. Okay.
That's good.
Okay, so we got a good start.
That's good.
It's that 3D space, baby.
That's good.
It's working with 3D text flying in.
Good.
And so you can customize all this. You can change the position, you can have them rotate, you can have them kind of fly off. It all depends on the keyframes that you're using, of course. I don't know. I think I may have to reset my internet. I'm not sure. But for now, it seems like we're good. Let me check this stream health. Yeah, we are going well. Okay. Got that's
good.
Okay, so because 3D just takes my computer a while to render, let's get the flare back into frame. So if we can change the Z. So we're going to go to the two views horizontal. So we see that the camera is right here. At this point, it moves. Yeah, it gets all the way here. And then I do want the flare. Let's go to position. Let's bring this back so it's full screen on the camera. Alright, load for me, baby. Okay. I think we can get a good idea with the position of the animation. Let's go to 534 as well. Does that fit? Oh, wow. That's interesting. Okay. So it doesn't fit. Let's go to like 650. Okay, here we go. So we're going to keep adjusting the Z position to where the frame fits in the 1080p again. Okay, so that fits. And we're also going to do 1207 on the flare. Should be totally good. And the that's good is still showing. Interesting. Do you see that? That's really, I think that's the extrusion. That must be like a little render glitch. So let's go back to one view. Okay. Yeah, definitely is not. Ah, so it stays. Okay, I guess I could just turn off the layer here. So this should be fading. This flare should be above the text anyways. Yeah, let's do that. And then, where's the opacity? Here it is. Bring the opacity down. Bring that opacity down. There we go. So we can render this out.
That's good.
All right, here it is rendering. So I hope you guys are able to accomplish this same effect. It does take a lot of computer power, and also my computer tends to be, or it seems to be, having a few trips, so it needs a good restart. But it should be fine. Other than that, after this, oh, we got the flare coming in. I'm gonna have to animate the position of the flare as well. At the same rate. Okay, so where's that flare? So we're gonna go, flare needs to be here. Okay, so we're gonna do the position, and then we're also gonna do the position at 0 for Z, for the flare. So when we render that out,
That's good.
the flare should start popping on, you know, taking up the full scene. But right now, since it doesn't move, the camera is getting to the spot where I set it with no keyframes. So it was looking kind of weird. So let's see it pop in real soon here. That's good. Okay, it's loading. Where's that flare? There it is. Oh, it also goes below the lower plane. Okay, so you see that? It's below the lower plane now. So I'm also I'm thinking I want to bring that lower plane down even more. Because when the camera comes in, I mean, we don't necessarily need to see it. Yeah, that's better. So when it starts, yeah, so the plane's even lower.
That's good.
Oh, rendering. This is fantastic. Let's render that baby out. Cool, doing well so far. Makes sense. Hope this makes sense. Hope the stream hasn't been tripping for you guys. It seems like it's okay. It says the stream has been healthy for about 15 minutes. So yeah, this is basically what I did here is kind of like an addition to both a previous live stream that I did on how to like create lyrics in Premiere Pro, but this is kind of like a way to create lyrics in After Effects too. You just pop text in there, and when the music, you know, cues the words to pop up, you have them come in with a certain animation that you think is best. And there is definitely more that we can dive in terms of like making the individual letters in the words like twist or like appear by like rotating to each other, or like starting with like a lot of space in between the letters and scrunching in. You could do a lot of that within After Effects. You just go into like the layer right here, and you hit the twirl down, and you'll see where it says text, you just hit animate. So when you hit this little animate thing, you could choose from all these different kinds of effects that you can put on your characters. So you can do per character 3D. When you enable that, it'll allow you to, it'll give you every single character listed, and you can add little animations to that. Yeah, I generally just put on scale. So like I can have the anchor points for every character scale from the bottom up. So when the text comes on, you can just see the letters scale up rather than like pop on. So, and you can also have each letter scale up like a raising the bar effect. And if you guys want to see that, I could totally show you that. Just leave it down in the comments. But it just hasn't been requested yet, so it's kind of later in my queue. As far as like what kind of live trainings I put out weekly. But but yeah, and then also like this dives into like how to create a good intro, which is what I go over in depth and with all the reasons why you need a good intro, especially with logo animation. All that is detailed inside of my free mini course. But the free mini course only gives you a preview to that course that I am referring to. Oh, the text kind of looks funky. I think that must be a little glitch. But anyways, like this little intro effect that we can do is a preview and an addition onto one of my lessons, lesson 5 inside of my premium course, which you can find at ParEdits.com/createvideo-premium. And I talked about this course many times before in my last live streams, and I believe that everyone needs to take it, especially now during COVID-19, because like everyone's trying to make videos, everyone's trying to grow a business, everyone's trying to like create their digital footprint. And this course is fantastic for everyone who's trying to do that, because not everyone knows what it's like to be, a professional video producer or film editor for 6+ years. And like that's the experience I'm coming from, and I just want to share it with you guys. And if you take my course, it'll only take about 90 minutes. The premium course takes about double that. And if you go through it, you will be able to stand out above everyone else. You'll be able to create all the creative intros and brand assets that you'd like. And of course, if you don't feel like creating it yourself, I can create it for you. Just go to ParEdits.com/branding service, and you can check that out too. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. I think that's all my computer has the power to render right now.
Good.
Okay, but yeah, it just takes more tweaking. We've only been working for about 30 minutes, so as I go, I can just make it a lot cleaner. And I would just cut these effects off so it doesn't give me that like glowy graininess. I would just kind of cut off by doing a Command-Shift-D on the layer and then just deleting it. So it should be gone when I load this. But anyways, thanks guys. I appreciate you coming. It was a lot of fun. And there we go. Good is gone. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.
Good.